Welcome to day 8 of the virtual Northeast Ohio Youth Football Summit. My name is Daryl Taylor, Youth Football Director for your Cleveland Browns. Today we have the privilege to have Coach Jason Trusnik with us, who will lead a discussion on youth fitness at home. Jason is a 10-year NFL veteran, played for the Cleveland Browns in years 2009 through 2010. He's the co-owner of Pro Sports Performance and Trusnik Brother Investments. His ultimate passion is coaching all youth sports, where he is the head coach of youth football, baseball, and wrestling club teams. In his spare time, Jason also sits on the Cleveland Browns Youth Football Leadership Council. Jason is invested in developing athletes both on and off the field. During the presentation today, please send us any questions using the chat or Q&A portal below. Coach Truz will have time at the end of the presentation to answer any questions. Please feel free to share your thoughts on social media as well using hashtag NEO Summit and tag our youth football Twitter and Facebook pages at Browns Youth FB. Without further ado, I'll turn it over to Coach Truz. Take it away, Jay.
Yes, thank you for having me today. Here to speak on the Northeast Ohio Youth Football Summit. And just want to start with the Browns' goal with the Youth Football Summit. And it says the Browns' goal is to promote healthy, social, emotional, intellectual, and physical development of youth football by enhancing opportunities for youth football participation and education. Very important. And what I'm going to talk about today is the youth fitness at home. And just want to thank the Cleveland Browns for doing a phenomenal job of spreading youth sports and understanding the importance of the youth's future. I'm honored to be talking to you today about youth fitness at home. So thank you to the whole Cleveland Browns organization for having me. A little background, I know you gave a background, but I just want to go to, what we're talking about, youth fitness. Bypass the 10-year NFL veteran, business owner. But being a father of 3, of 4, 7, and 9-year-old, being a youth football, wrestling, baseball coach, helping run flag football leagues, so really have a deep, deep passion for working with today's youth, not only as a parent, as a coach, and as a mentor, but I'm sure a lot of you guys are out there, whether you're a parent, coach, mentor, whatever role you fall into. I just want to understand that we have the opportunity to create the future of the youth, both on and off the field. With at-home fitness, we not only get to teach fitness, but we're going to talk today, but also about building the character and mindset of today's youth, because I think that's very, very important. Not only having youth fitness at home, but how can we build kids up? How can we build their character? And how do we teach them just to have fun? And in that way, that when this youth gets up to the high school and collegiate and become young men or women of America, that we can create great things. So with that, we're going to move forward and we're going to talk about that a little bit. And moving before we get to fitness is coaching and teaching at home. We need to reflect first on what is our coaching and parent style. Just think about that for a minute and understand, what is your style when you come to coaching and parenting and teaching at home? Because that's what our kids want to hear. That's what they're going to follow when we do at-home fitness. We can't just bring a different scheme to them and a different behavior and all that kind of stuff. So first of knowing that, and secondly, even going farther than that is understanding our children, our athletes, a difference from a 4-year-old to a 7-year-old to 11-year-old and 14-year-old, whatever that is, and is understanding their needs, both from a fitness standpoint, but also from a teaching standpoint, and how far we can push them, pull back, and do that. And what I put in there is once we understand that we can create a behavior that the child and athlete can mimic. As an adult, we lead by example and get involved with them at home. And I think this is a very, very important point is to not only preach and coach, but also to practice. The old saying of practice what you preach. And if we're at home, obviously you got a picture here of me and my son working out at home. Is if you get the time, there's no better spot to coach and bond and lead by example by then getting involved with your kids at home and coaching and teaching them youth fitness. Our goal as a parent and coach should to give them an environment to be successful, right? Create success, let them be successful in that environment. We'll talk about that and get in there. Being supportive throughout the process of at-home fitness, supporting your children that they're even doing at-home fitness, that they're being involved in their families' lives and their brother and sisters' lives, whatever that is, and bringing that fitness in to stay healthy and get better at their sports and just their body in general. And the last one is give praise when successful and give constructive criticism when needed. I love this about the constructive criticism and giving the praise, because we got to give praise when they do something great and they're working out and they have a great 20-minute workout at home and they put in the workout. Praise them, pat on the backs, high fives, all that kind of stuff. And moving into the constructive, there are going to be times that, hey, maybe they're doing something wrong, or maybe flying off the handle and this and that, but just bringing them to a point and coaching to be constructive and not to the point of yelling and screaming, and that is only going to turn them away. So just some really key points there about coaching and teaching at home. Know yourself, know your child, and create an environment for them. Going to the next one is continue to build on that, creating the workout relationship at home. We want to keep them to work out. We want them to be excited about youth fitness at home, excited to work out, excited to get better. And how do we do that? We start with the trust, building that trust with your child. This is something I'm sure we've all done from the moment your child's born. Maybe whatever that is, you kind of build youth trust with your kids so that youth fitness can take off. Get on their level. You have a young child, take a knee. Let's talk to them eye to eye. Treat them as an adult. Treat them as older as we teach them, and they see us eye to eye and not someone that's looking down them. And we're on the same level as them. Creating the workout relationship is also, I think, sometimes maybe they don't want to work out with us. So how do we get them involved? I've had some real success here at my household is having them work out with a neighbor or a teammate. Sometimes, they want us sometimes, but also maybe they just need a buddy, maybe a buddy at home to do that. Maybe someone on the same team, a brother or sister, whatever that is. I've had some good success, and I think we run out of options of yourself where, your athlete son or daughter doesn't want to work out with, mom and dad all the time, be told what to do. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but maybe grabbing a friend or teammate. Most importantly, I think is one of the most important is make it a fun process. They want to have fun. We're talking about youth fitness. When I think youth fitness, I'm thinking grade school, middle school. Like that's where my mind goes when I think youth fitness. And what better yet to make it fun for them? Have them set their own goals. We'll get a little deeper in that and support them along the way. Talk about the environment. This is just part of the whole youth fitness. And yes, we can have great workouts, but we need that support and we need that environment. So a couple of things here is creating a space that is safe. That's safe. Not they got some room to roam. They got the room to work, whether that is at home in your garage or, basement or outside in the grass. You go to a park. You have a local gym you can go to, but it's making sure that environment is safe. And that environment can be a lot of things, as you can see there. Having proper equipment. It could be, we're going to talk about it later, but body weight, we can bring in things, jump rope, cones, ladders, hurdles, light dumbbells, ropes, boxes. I mean, it really truly is endless of what we can do with it at home with as far as youth fitness goes. Last one, also important, is have water to stay hydrated. Make sure at all times that we're keeping our athletes hydrated so that they can give us our best work. Okay, we're going to go into goals. I love this because we want youth fitness at home, but just as maybe we do in our business as adults, how do we bring that to our kids and set goals? What is a goal? It is something that we strive to accomplish. So what is that for our children, our athletes that we're doing at home? Is that getting more reps? Is that getting stronger? Is that just being a better athlete? Is that being a better soccer or football or whatever sport they play? Whatever their goals are, we want to know that so we can help them accomplish them. And then once we know what goals are, now we have to do goal setting. Goal setting, it is the plan we put in place to accomplish that goal. So as a parent, We know our child's goal. We know where they want to go. Maybe we add where we think they should go, but putting that plan in place. What kind of exercises can we put in place that can help us with youth fitness and making better athletes and all around kids? So going to that goal setting, you can see here, let the athlete or child set their goals so mentally they have something to strive for. Take the time to sit down with them and guide them. So now when we get into a workout and they understand what goals they're trying to reach, like, yeah, dad, mom, coach, I want to be that far. Now, they might be a little bit older to set goals, but you can see over here on the right-hand side, this is from my home. And I love this because these are just timed activities for a 7 and 9-year-old I did, as far as obviously I had a bike at home, but sit-ups, push-ups. We wrote their numbers down 1 week. 2 weeks later, come back and tested, which I think is super important to revisit those goals. So this was just kind of strength goals and body weight goals of, hey, can you beat your time from before? Sometimes maybe we'll go down, sometimes we go up. But when they sit there and see these goals and they have their goals to work for, man, I think the athlete puts a different mindset. So now we're starting to not only build the strength with our kids, but we're building character. We're building a mindset to make them, to push them to work harder without even pushing them to a certain level. They can see their number and they can see where they need to get. And obviously on the far end, that's a 4-year-old's work, just yelling a number out and just putting some work. So everybody can be involved. The whole family can be involved, and put some things out there. When I say at the end to celebrate an accomplished goal or a personal best, super important. Just when they reach a goal, and what better yet to have their mom or dad or coach support them along the way and understand, hey, you did great today. You had more push-ups and we're getting stronger. And little do they know where their body's transforming and working, but something so simple like this can be success in your home. Okay, before we get to some the fitness, last little slide here is, why do athletes play sports? Do we understand at youth fitness and the youth level, do we understand why they do it? And I think you look at the top things I have here, some of the most important is loving the game or sport, having fun, their friends are playing. Those three right there, I truly believe is why our youth play sports, why they want to work out. They want to have fun. They love the sport they're doing. You go down, they have a mentor. Maybe they have an older child. You have an older child in your household, or you have a mentor they watch on TV that's working hard, or they're playing sports. This next one I just put in here, parents make them. I think this is a very touchy subject, and we have to be careful with, is not only play sports, but at home, we have to find that fine line of pushing your child and making them work and making sure it's not only what they love to do and not what we want to do. We want to push them in a way that they love it and they want to continue it. So in that way, we got to build and communicate with them and understand where their mindset is, and not just push them just because we as parents and we want them to do something, but understanding that fine line there of pushing them too far. And if we remember these things at home, when we're instructing at home fitness, then this will make sure we're headed in the right direction. So let's get into fitness. What fitness at home? What can it do for our child? What does it do? It builds build sensory motor skills. These things help build the brain as far as senses, works on coordination, balance, all these things. When you're building those motor skills at home, help that. Frequent fitness provides a platform for better behavior. It's been out there that, to release that energy. The NFL talks about the NFL play 60 minutes of, working out or just running around, play and things like that can really change the mindset of a kid, to bring that down, an athlete, to allow them to have better behavior in their home. And I put that 60 minutes a day can reduce the risk of obesity. Obviously helping that calorie burn and getting that fitness out there, sweating, being a kid. Has shown to also increase brain growth and structure, just as you do learn in school and you're pushing your brain is learning your math and reading. When you push this fitness and you understand and they're thinking about how to do a certain exercise and they're thinking about it and they're pushing their brain and they're working, you get that brain growth and structure as a young youth athlete. And the last one I think is super important is just building fitness at home can build self-image and confidence. Just the other day, bring a story, but felt my 9-year-old son, just from doing pull-ups and body weight stuff. And man, he just had a smile on his arm that I felt it. And I think, man, you see that in your kids, and that self-image and confidence, and just being a little bit stronger, and just fitness just making you feel better can make them feel better, which can help in our today's youth, not only around friends and schools, around teammates and all that kind of stuff. So I love that. Going farther in the fitness in regards to sports, motor development is fundamental step in growing as a young child. Things like improve the motor skills performance, just things like running, skipping, jumping are being developed, and it helps our youth fitness. Youth fitness helps develop these areas. We can never, we have to appreciate just the little things of the running and skipping and jumping and the arm swing. All these little things are improving motor skills performance. So skipping and jumping and running that they're doing sometimes even outside, it is making them better and improving different things. As far as the next one, helping fix imbalances. A lot of the kids these days are one sport athletes, and improving performance and helping fix imbalances in our athletes can help some of that. If we're a right-handed pitcher, now we're doing strength on both arms, it helps fix those imbalances. Building strength, muscular endurance, power production, improving change of direction, speed and movements, and building balance, stability, and coordination. These are some of the things just basic movements can do for them. So let's go into programming some workouts. I put two of the ones I got up here. These are just taken from my home. The workout should be based on your child's age and ability. Every child progresses at a different ability level. Your 7-year-old is different from mine, and your 9-year-old is different from somebody else's 12-year-old. And understanding where they're at. I think we're all pretty good at understanding where we are from, parents, and where our kids can do and can't do, and being able to come up with a workout. But I think the one thing I put in here is just focus on body weight strength and motor development at the youth level. We see things in here is just lunging, toe taps, push-ups, rope climbs if you have one, jump over a hurdle, or if you don't got anything, jumping over a line. Just thinking body weight strength and motor development. We're trying to build the motor development skills and body weight strength in athletes to a level. So anything you think, it can be done by your kids. Warm up, cool down. Last one is just building a foundation by focusing on form and technique. Squats, lunges, just jumping, things like that we can do. And we're building a foundation so when they do get older, youth fitness at home, thinking young motor development, body weight. So when we do get a little bit older and we start adding some weights, and maybe they go into middle school, they start lifting, and high school, that they have a great foundation of how to understand how to do a squat and what is exercising in itself. Again, make it fun and different exercises. We'll go into the motor development. We've talked about this a bunch, but here's some different things I do at home. Children will advance at different times, so we can help enhance and improve. We got jump ropes, ball touches, a speed ladder. You can get a speed ladder online right now for $15 and look up online, and it's just phenomenal footwork and things like that that are going to help. Cones. I mean, a cone, 2 cones, we can do all kinds of running around and sprint work and speed and agility. So don't underestimate these little things that can be done. This is done in our garage. Like I said, can be done anywhere to build the building blocks for physical movement and development. Some other things I incorporate at home, I think that are really, really good, is incorporate skill building. Adding sports specific skills in their workouts to not only improve those skills, but to keep it fun. Daughter loves soccer. We're going to incorporate the soccer ball, maybe some kicks in between some push-ups and jumps, working some hand-eye coordination, grip strength, just incorporating a ball in their workout. Man, I've got a basketball player. Hey, Dad, can I jump with the ball in my chest? There's all kinds of things that we can do. So all these things we watch while they're practicing at their sport. And now we got at-home fitness with body weight movement and incorporate their ball that they love so much in that sport. That is a way that we can make it fun. And maybe they didn't want to do it one day. Now you incorporated a type of ball and they love to do that and keep it fun. So we can build and refine motor skills, hand-eye coordination, athletic skills. Athletes will put more effort and work towards something they love. Remember that. If it's something they love and not you love, that's what they want to do. They want to love what they do and make it fun while we help them, assist them along that fitness. Sometimes we just need to take that step back and understand it's they're first, and we want to help guide them and push them to be successful. I'm going to go over here. These are just some one equipment workouts. So much can be done with one piece of equipment. You see medicine balls, a band, dumbbell, body weight, kettlebell. I'm just going to show you a couple examples, have my son understand that if you have just one piece of equipment in your house, there are all kinds of things that can be done. So with further ado, here we go. I'm going to show you a couple exercises we can do here for a minute with some things and pieces of equipment. So the first one, just here, got my son. We're going to grab a medicine ball. So if all you have at home is a medicine ball, we can do things just as far as just ball slams. Working some ball slams. Go ahead, Austin. Working, reaching, slamming. And this is simple, working some core, working his lats, pulling down, some strength, body weight strength. From there, we can go into things just like a toe tap. This can be any type of ball. This could be a soccer ball. This could be a medicine ball. He's just working some quick feet. What better sport? Every sport requires some quick feet. Basketball, soccer, football, lacrosse, all these sports. So what better than youth fitness than just doing some toe taps? We get into a band. This is sometimes fun, just some upright row. Got a little band here. He can work some upper body strength, as that motor development, pulling under his chin, getting strong. I like to sometimes get involved here. Now we get involved. Now we work as a team, right? I'm holding, he's pulling, keeping that chest up, working that back muscles, okay? Just simple, working those joint movements, things like that we get to have fun. I get to be involved with him. Moving farther into just some dumbbells. Maybe you just got some dumbbells at home. So come over here in the middle. Now we got just some lunges, body weight lunges, stepping out, stepping back. So there's tons of exercises that you can do body weight. Maybe he wants to go to some shoulder press, build his shoulders, working straight up, straight down. Those basketball players working some shoulder strength, set that down. And the last one, a kettlebell. And any of these movements can be done with the same weight. Hold that ball. Last thing we'll do here is some some squats. There you go, sitting down, kettlebell. This can be done with the ball at his chest, dumbbells at his chest. There's a lot of things that we can do. This can be body weight, but we're building body weight strength, movement, coordination, balance. Thank you, Austin. And so that was our one equipment workouts. Like I said, any of these movements can be done with any of these equipment. Last couple things here is just available resources. There's so many things out there that, I talk to so many parents and I'm not sure what to do. I don't know how to do it. Use your resources. The internet is your best friend. There is so much. I put YouTube down there. There's so much out there. So much good stuff that you can get. And hey, what do I do at home? Or what can I do? Or hey, how do I teach a squat? Use the internet, YouTube. There's all kinds of videos. And just bring it to your home for youth fitness. Contact your local gym. Being a gym owner, we have people call all the time, whether they bring their kid in or have questions. We're happy to help. And I think any local gym's happy to help that youth fitness level. Ask another coach or parent and bounce ideas off each other. Maybe you coach with another parent. Maybe you got other kids in the neighborhood. I do a note share on phone, which I think is super cool, a couple parents. And maybe you do the same workouts and you can share what you're doing at home. And I think that helps us all kind of gain some knowledge. Some Zoom workouts I know a lot of coaches were using to build that camaraderie and teamwork and that kind of stuff. So use the resources of the internet, local gym, and your parents and other parents out there. Share that knowledge. Last one, I just quickly is just building character with fitness at home. I love this. Some of these words here, these are some of the things that why we're teaching and coaching at home with youth fitness, that we can get in the brain of these young kids to help build this future of responsibility to work out, setting goals, those accomplishments. Perseverance, when I think that of when things get tough, they have to push through it. Maybe instead of 6 reps, they got to get 8 reps and stuff like that. So they learn perseverance. Hard work, you can never beat hard work, life lesson, and take them really, really far in life when they move forward. Accountability, not only to you as a parent, but maybe a friend, they work out together, learn accountability, determination. And I think of that as this is why I like the goal setting is relentless in pursuing a goal. Being a great teammate, and then just leadership there, whether it's leading their brothers or sisters or teammates through a workout, bringing them together, leadership, teaching leadership to them. So I love the building character that fitness can give a young youth athlete. The last one, just summary of that is just quickly is just if you can take anything away from this, is building a trusting relationship with your child or athlete. Super important. Remember, any workout that involves movement, strength, and skill building is better than nothing. Anything that is better than nothing. A quick 10-minute workout, a 15-minute workout, 20, whatever that is, will help your child be successful and teach not only fitness, but also character and change that mindset. Be confident in creating a workout as you are a parent or coach. You can do it. Believe you can, just like they can believe they work out. Believe that you can create a workout. Use those resources. And lastly, let's have fun together. This is a fun time to be with your child. Is we want to spend time with them, spend time with them as a coach, as a parent, and have fun with them. So with further ado, I appreciate your time today, and we're going to move over to question and answers. And thank you for your time, and look forward to seeing youth fitness get better with the Cleveland Browns.
Thank you very much, Jason. Incredible job presenting on youth fitness at home. We had a number of questions that come through, so I want to begin. First question was, what are the biggest challenges you face being a dad and your son's coach?
Yeah, I think my biggest challenge as a dad and as a coach is trying to draw away from the line as a coach. It's one thing when you go to the practice field and it's you got 12 other kids on your team and you're coaching all of them together, and yeah, sometimes we're a little bit harder on our children, but understanding when we're at home in youth fitness that's a whole different bond right there. And I try to take the coach method out of it and just become a dad that just wants to have fun with his kid at home. And I found some really, really good success of not only working out with him and being that mentor, but also just having fun with it and trying to remove myself from that coach over there. So when I bring it home, trying to be a dad that wants to have fun and spend quality time with him.
Awesome. Thank you. Next question. Do you feel that pushing your child is a good approach if you see them struggling or becoming unmotivated?
Yes, I think that, like I said, that's a fine line, the whole pushing your child. Do we want to push them a little bit? Yeah, because you're going to be pushed by coaches and you're going to be pushed by your boss someday. And there's going to be that push regardless of wherever you are in your life, whether you're a hunter, it doesn't matter. You're going to be pushed in your life. So do I think that you should push your child a little bit and get them out there working out? Yes, I do. Push for that extra rep. Yes. But we also, I think, who knows our child better than we do? We know our children and we know where that breaking point is. So sometimes it maybe needs to be a little bit more supportive push. Sometimes, yeah, can we get after them a little bit? If you got a little tough-minded, child, they're all different. So I think the biggest thing is understanding your child. Each and everyone's different, and understanding their kind of push zone and break zone, and understand how we need to treat them. So very, very important. And that's just getting to know and trusting each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is kind of like a two-part question. How long should your child work out a day, and then how many times a week?
Yeah. So right now, for instance, I'm going to take it at home. I have, my son and daughter are 7 and 9. I have them working out for about a half hour, 3 times a week. Because especially in the summer here, right? They're running around. I feel like they're running, they're sprinting, like, don't underestimate some of that outdoor 60-minute play that the NFL says, just go play for 60 minutes and some of that stuff they're doing. But I think it's all up to your child too and how they react. It's never going to hurt to do more. If you want to go every day and it's 20, 30 minutes, I do think when we think youth fitness and I think elementary level, just the workout part, if you're doing 20 to 30 minutes, I think in their attention span, I think you're doing some good work there for the youth fitness level for sure.
Awesome.
On top of all their other sports that they're playing too. So trying to keep them active and let them have fun while they're doing it.
Awesome. I'm sure you hear this question a lot. What age should they start strength training?
Strength training. So we'll start at the lower level of youth fitness, of just having fun and body weight. I love watching personal thing is I love watching my 4-year-old jump in there and tell me she's doing squats and push-ups. Watch me, I'm doing this. And she doesn't even really know what's really happening in her mind, but that body weight fitness, as we get into strength training, I think it's all up to you. There's a lot of studies out there that say don't do it at 9, 10, don't do it till high school. in a way, there's a lot of different studies, but I think you got to gauge your child. I've seen a lot of 10-year-olds that want to hit the weights. I allow my son to do some light dumbbell work, some light kettlebell, stuff like that. Because if I can do 100 push-ups, why not do some lighter push-ups with some bands, or maybe a bench with some light dumbbells? I don't see the hurt and harm in that. But I think you got to gauge, because every 9-year-old is different from another 9-year-old, and your 12-year-old is different than my 12-year-old. So I don't think there's an exact age. I think it's just building that fundamentals and technique and making sure we're doing it properly. If we're doing it properly, then we're going to head in the right direction.
This is, I guess, another age-appropriate question is, what age or grade should I start to make my child use weights as they get through high school, or I guess what size or age do they start to decline from a performance standpoint if they're not weight training?
Yeah, I think, again, that goes to every athlete's different. What do we see? Obviously, me and my partner see at our gym is we start everybody in middle school on the strength training. Now, personally, my son, he'll do some light, work at home at 9 years old, 10 years old. But I think, you'll see majority of your middle school programs have some type of strength training. But the key to it is what I said earlier, and we do work with this, is it's building a foundation. So when they do get to high school, that they're on the right start. There's no, like, it's like building a house, right? You don't build the house with the first floor and the second floor. So if by middle school, we start to implement a great foundation of lighter weights and start to kind of build that up, that when we get to the high school, we start, we've already built that basement. We've built that foundation of the house. We can start moving to that first floor, second floor. So I think that's, no matter what age you start, if it is that middle school, if you're uncomfortable and you want to start at high school, I understand that. But I think anything is building a foundation that we can push, because there is a lot of benefits to, creating explosiveness, creating the power, creating the fast twitch, and all these strength things that can really help an athlete have success and be strong at their sport while being able to move well too.
Absolutely. Thank you. And then another question, do you recommend beginning a fitness program with all body weight exercises and bands to develop form before introducing any weights?
I'm going to answer that with confidence of yes, because like I said, it goes back to that foundation building. If I can't do a squat without a ball or without a bar on my back, then how do I teach it, right? So you got to teach a proper squat, whether that's flat feet, knees out, chest up, all these things. Now, after I gain that strength, that body weight strength, now we can move up. Maybe it's moving up to a med ball holding at your chest, 5 pounds. Now we can move to a bar on our back. So the foundation is key in all these movements. Bench starts with being able to do a perfect push-up. If a kid can't do a push-up, it's going to be very hard to throw some weights in their hands. So that foundation of understanding the body weight stuff has to come, and then we start to build from there. So yes, very, very important.
Awesome. Next question. Can you recommend any fitness certifications for parents, specifically for youth fitness?
Yeah, there's a lot out there as far as certifications through the CSE and the coaching world out there. And there's, whether it's a certification of sometimes just having that background knowledge, but I think even more importantly, there's a lot of certifications that are just teaching about speed and agility. That maybe you get a little certificate and it's not the whole certification, but they're actually teaching some speed and agility and how the body actually moves and how strength training should be done. So we can put those out there, and there's some great links out there that you can gain some knowledge as a parent. These are quick videos that you can do at home, and certifications that you can actually go through pretty quickly as a parent and understand how the body moves, how your kid moves, and all that kind of stuff. So that way we can teach at home for sure.
Awesome. All right. Looks like we have no further questions. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to speak with us today in regards to youth fitness at home. Really appreciate the knowledge that you shared with us today. So do you have any parting words or last things that you would like to say to the coaches?
Yeah, I think to the coaches and parents out there is just understand the responsibility that we have as parents and coaches moving forward, that building today's youth, not only at a fitness level, but as a mindset and a character building level, so that we can better the future, not only for Northeast Ohio and the Cleveland Browns, but making impact in the world, both on and off the field. So just making better people all the way around. And appreciate the Browns being part of this change that we're on. So it's great to see.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you very much, and thank everyone for attending today. Make sure you tag us on your social media posts. It's at Browns Youth FB. It's hashtag NEO Summit, and we will see you tomorrow with the fundamentals for offensive line play with Coach Nate Moore of Massillon High School. So thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow.